Before we begin today, if today has felt heavy, close your eyes, take a slow deep breath, relax your shoulders and breathe out. Wherever you are right now, I'm really glad you're here. For the next little while, there's nothing else you need to be. There's nothing else you need to fix. There's nothing else you need to prove. This is Rooted Woman, a quiet place in a noisy world, and I am Felicitas Whitley. Can I start by asking you something today? Who told us we have to do it all? Honestly, think about it for a second. Who actually told us that being a good woman meant carrying absolutely everything? Because lately, I've been catching on myself saying things like, I'll just do it. It's easier if I do it. I'll remember. I'll sort it out. I'll make it happen. And before I even realize what's happening, I have taken responsibility for absolutely everything. Not because somebody asked me to, but because somewhere along the way, I have convinced myself that this was my job. And maybe you've done that too. Maybe you've become the one that remembers every birthday, every school excursion, every appointment, every permission slip, every grocery run, every little thing that keeps life moving. Not because everyone expects perfection, but because somewhere deep inside, you have started expecting it from yourself. And I wonder, when did that happen? Was it when we became moms? Or was it long before that? Because if I'm really honest, I think women have been carrying invisible expectations for generations. We are praised for being selfless, for putting ourselves last, for coping, for doing it all. People say things like, I don't know how you do it. And instead of us hearing a concern, we almost hear a compliment. As though exhaustion has become something we are proud of. As though the more tired we are, the better we're doing. I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I want my boys growing up believing that that's what womanhood looks like. I don't want them to think that love looks like someone constantly running on empty. I don't want them to think that a good woman is the woman who sacrifices herself over and over again. Because what are we really teaching our children if they never see us rest? If they never see us ask for help? If they never see us say, you know what? I can't do everything today. I have been thinking about this a lot lately because I don't want my children to just listen to what we say. They want to watch us how we live. They watch how we speak to ourselves. They watch whether we believe we are worthy of rest. And maybe without meaning to, we have been teaching them that women are supposed to carry everything. The thought of them seeing that stopped me straight away. Because I don't want my sons to grow up expecting that from women. I don't want moms listening today expect that from themselves either. So I think one of the biggest lies we've believed is that asking for help from someone means we have failed. That if we need support, we're not coping. But isn't that just strange though? Because we have never think that about other moms. If my best friend called me today and said, you know what, Felicitas, I'm really struggling. Will my first thought be, oh my God, she is failing? Of course not. I'm going to say, why don't you come around, sit down with me and tell me what's going on? Okay? I'll make you a cup of coffee and then If you just need to vent. If you want to cuddle, I'll give you a hug. And I will remind her that she doesn't have to do it all. So why is it so much harder to offer that to ourselves, the same kindness? Why do we believe everyone else deserves grace except for us? I have noticed something about women. We are incredibly compassionate towards everyone else. But when it comes to ourselves, our standards are impossible. The house has to be clean, the kids have to be happy, dinner has to be cooked, work has to be done, everyone has to feel okay. If one thing slips, we immediately think, oh my God, I've dropped the ball today. No. You are human. There's a difference. And maybe that's what I want this conversation to remind you today. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to forget things. You are allowed to ask for help and say, I need help. You are allowed to say, not today, I can't make it. You are allowed to leave the washing in the basket. You are allowed to say, I don't want to cook dinner today. I'm going to order takeaway. You are allowed to disappoint people sometimes. This is a big one. Do not go out of your way to make other people happy if you are not happy. Because here's what I have realized. Trying to be everything to everyone eventually means you are nothing to yourself. And I don't think that's what motherhood was ever supposed to be. I don't think love asks us to disappear. I think love asks us to stay connected to ourselves, to stay present, to stay healthy, to stay whole, because our families don't need superheroes. Please listen to me again. Our families don't need superheroes. They need us, the real us, not the exhausted version that's constantly trying to prove she's enough. Just us. And maybe that's enough. Actually, I know it is. That's enough. Before we finish today, I want you to think about one question. Not to answer it right now. Stay with the questions all week if you have to. Just to carry it with you today. What expectations am I carrying that I never actually choose? Maybe the expectation to always say yes. Maybe the expectation to always have a clean house. Maybe the expectations of never asking for help. Maybe the expectation to hold everyone together. Whatever it is, just notice it, because sometimes awareness is where freedom begins. So before I go today, I want you to leave you with something. Leave the pressure to be everything. Leave the impossible standards. Leave the guilt that tells you you're only worthy when you're being productive. You don't have to carry it anymore. Be gentle with yourself this week. And remember, you don't need fixing. You don't need remembering. Remembering that you are always enough. You don't have to become someone else. You just have to come home to yourself. Until next time, ladies, stay rooted.